All right, so let's go over today's trade recap. I ended up taking quite a bit of trades. One loss and then whole bunch of break evens. So I'll go over my first trade here, which I don't have execution on, where it's a break even, like totally fine. Um, so yeah, I took a short. Like honestly, looking at this, you can only short gold. I mean silver probably. If gold is not gonna expand higher, this is C2 close, right? We're probably gonna print inside there. So you can probably only short silver. Even then, the low of the day is not a very good draw. Like you probably have to have conviction we're gonna go here, which we have a very small bet, so it's possible, right? So I remember. Damn. Hold on, let me pause this. Okay, so it's a little bit weird, kind of controversial. I'm using micro silver here for the analysis. So get this two stage within the silver triad, which is why I should even short. I ideally short it earlier, but yeah. So you get that and this asset. Oh, well, yeah, like this high here, like that, and at this. So it's not really swinging, so you can't really short this. I think it might be a 15-minute gap though. Yeah. So no, it isn't. No, there's really nothing here, except for this the initial gap here. Yeah, just like no two stage two where you want to short gold. So the way I look at it, it's like we're probably gonna prune like this is consolidation, right? This right here, consolidation. So we took out the high once, and we don't reverse. So then now this becomes our new consolidation, right? The smaller consolidation range. So that's why I'm not going for this low. So then we take out the high. We do get two stage, and it's within the silver triad, right? So it's literally what it is here. It's like kind of equal lows. Like it's I'm using micro silver just because sometimes you can trust it. Sometimes like I think this is the contract that has most volume, but either way, even if you don't get that, by the way, there's still continuation. I technically did trade continuation here. All right, so pretty much here, you're here, and I shorted this 5 minute. I think my fill was within. It was around here. I mean, it's alright. Like it's plenty of RR to the current low today. All right. So I entered this trade around here, right? So for this CSD, I'll move this right actually. Like that. And then we get this CSD here, I'm break even, right? As you can see, it retests like around my entry. I'm totally fine with that. Then we get another continuation lower. As you can see here on the left, there's really nothing. Like there's only a gap here. So we can get a retracement, we shouldn't go for this high. Right. So my fill, yeah, my fill was around here. I don't know. Yeah, so something like this. Or again, some break even. So it comes back here and it stops me at break even. I think like if you had it here on the silver mini, that's a little bit weird. But if you had a silver mini, right? This would not stopped you out on this leg up. But as you can see, like this, it would probably stop me out here. So I would definitely go and break even here. Or we get it on the 3 minute. We get this 3 minute CSD plus a gap. So yeah, it's just we didn't really expand, so we just kept being in continuation. I really thought that this was probably gonna be hit. And honestly, here, if you really trying to trade it, want to trade this. Very obvious. You just trade this. This would have given you 3R. So I would definitely partial. Even this though, like this move 2R. So overall, it's just pretty shitty delivery. So this was my trade. Silver. And yeah, so the way you can short this, by the way, like why that short here? Because it's deeper tracing. It's because this here, you have a 15-minute gap. Here, right? So this high, it's been put inside of a gap, right? Like gold, and it's like strength switch here. The only thing is pretty deep. I'm still trusting the initial reversal here because if I go to 5 minute, right, you're still expecting this leg down. It's a very deep retracement, but yeah. Like once you get this place away, I'm convinced not. Ideally, you enter here, right? You just don't get stopped out. Once you do this, you trail. Once we do this, probably trail or go break even. Yeah. I mean, yeah, this would be entry. So you go breaking it. So yeah, it just didn't deliver. I was not willing to short gold just because we're not gonna get to this low. Like, look at where gold is, right? Even though it's being the weakest, honestly, here it's also not cleanest like versus signature. So even though it was being the weakest here, like it's not gonna get to this low. Silver is way closer. So yeah, there's the first trade. So that was a break even, and then we have trades and indices. So for me here, there's only one way we can go about today. Like we had equal highs with this, by the way. Grand truck it on ES. It's like every asset is river. We have two-stage crack. We expand. We get what? We get a gap and a PSP. That's all I need. Literally all I need. This PSP here, right? Which is a strength switch, right? If you look at here, the reversal, YM was the strongest. Now in QS is switching to the strongest asset with PSP. Then we just don't really consider this day because it was like a bank holiday. So I really just don't consider this. It's just like, yeah, just a very small range, you can tell. So I'm just like not consider this. I'm incorporating this PA inside of this candle, pretty much. So just looking at QS, right? What do we do here? We open low inside a key level. Do we get cracking correlation? No, which is unfortunate, right? So how can we trust this displacing away? Once we put this gap, look at this, right? Very, very obvious gap. So once we put this gap, we expand away, I can trust this low to remain intact. Honestly, as soon as we print this gap, not even like, or here, this we put equal highs, like, you know, that's like perfect. To me, that is very good. Okay, hold on. Let me fix this real quick. All right, my bad. My internet disconnected for whatever reason. So look at ES. This is right before open. Look at ES. What do we do? What phase of price are we here? Retracement, in my opinion, that is, right? Because we fill this gap and then we print this low. What are we looking at? Are we trading where we're from? Equal highs, right? So I'm expecting open to manipulate something, right? I'm tracking swings. We have these hourly swings, right? We have these hourly swings on NQ. This swing, right? As you can see, like here, honestly, yeah, I'll go over this in a second. It's just on the lower time frame. You see this gap always held, right? So I'm assuming, by the way, we should, like, this high shouldn't be a reason to reverse, really. Like, this is just like daily fair swing, right? We'll look at ES. There's a fair swing, fair swing, fair swing, right? It's all fair swings. If this is a true reversal, it should expand, which I'm assuming it's gonna be. It's probably gonna hold this low. Like, we should definitely hit some relevant swing or like EQ this range. There's like no reason to reverse off of this high. Like, this is not really like, yeah, like, I don't know, weekly gap, monthly gap, something like that. I don't know. Could be previous week's high, to be fair, but it'd be pretty shitty. Anyways, so this is where I see it open. We actually don't take out this low. So we have SMT here with this swing. Like that. As you can see, NQ takes out this low. So there's also an SMT like this. Now, honestly, usually I don't trade like this. But when the draw is daily, like daily draw liquidity, equal highs with the current high of the day, and like the thing I really out of confidence to this is like, let's go here. I got a chart list as well. So you can see this low, right? So I'm looking, these are just two fair swings, so I want to see this low being ran. This right here, look at where it happens as well. See how we engineer this low? This low should be protected, but you see how we engineer these fair swings right before open? I mean, honestly, open, like, it's a little bit higher on my end, but so right before open, you see where we are? Very close to these, inside the new week opening gap. Like, I'm thinking, if we're gonna go higher, it has to happen here. Right? Just very simple, it has to happen here, in my opinion. So, I'm gonna go 5 minute. We swoop this low. We CSD higher on every single asset. Right? Here, I took in the 5 minute, yep. The CSD here. Right? the CSD here. As you can see, we are so the only thing, yeah, I should have taken on NQ, but as you can see, it would have been the same. All right, so what did I take here? I take not the retest really. It's like just 2 hour this high. Yeah, something like this. And I just get souped and it delivers. Just very unfortunate. Before it delivered this high, by the way, this is just lower time frame SMT where we want to put in with. It's not any 50 minutes, just lower time frame. So once I saw this, I was like, okay, that's pretty good. That's good enough for me to take. I just took, I think it was something like this. I was aiming for one of these daily draws because I was gonna go breaking at this high. Of course, I did go breaking at that high. Yeah, it was something like this. It was like around 3R a year. So yeah, around the read. I think I got, no, it was not the retest, but it was around that. Just so I could get 1 hour with this high, pretty much, and go breaking in 1 hour. Put my stop around here, right? So this would be the continuation, and this, unfortunately, we hit this high, and I would just ran to my stop loss at breaking. I went breaking here, right? Because like I'm not like I'd rather play the continuation if we're gonna have deep retracement, which we did. All right, so these are the 2 break-evens on ES. I mean, loss right here, right? Within 1 candle, stop out right there. And that is a break-even where I'm showing it 3 minute. And then we do this. So I'm looking at NQS, so we're having a very deep retracement. But I'm still bullish, right? If this low is gonna hold, I still don't care. That's how I trade. Or at least that's how I've been doing it a little bit more recently, is as long as these guys are reversing, right, which they are, look at NQ, right, it's just what happens afterwards. As long as they are reversing higher, like here, right, it's not 2-stage, but this is continuation. So as long as they are reversing, I can trust these to expand higher, right? Even if this expansion higher on this asset ends up being a retracement, I can still trade what I deem to be an expansion on this asset, right? Which is what I did. I traded 3 minute here. So what do we do here? We're gonna strand switch with RTY. I believe this is the low. Didn't take all at open. All right, it's like this. We ran all these lows. All right, so it's like this. And unfortunately, though, this honestly, this only happened on this asset, right? It didn't happen in the triad, only within this triad. So I was using RTY and YM. What was I using RTY and YM? Because like they both had equal highs at the time of this trade. Look at RTY. Look, right? I am assuming that this is just a deep retracement on YM because of what RTY is doing. RTY is retracing where from equal highs, and so is YM. Right? We go 4 hour. See all of these. This is probably not really swing, but see this 4 hour high, right? We just hit this high. Should we reverse here? Nope, we shouldn't, right? If we're bullish, this right here should hold, and we should expand higher. Now again, this caused a little bit like very deep retracement, and eventually we start expanding higher in like PM session. Which that I cannot predict. Can't really do anything about it. So I just went break even when I was supposed to. And yeah, like I just went. I went breaking around this high. I don't know. Let's see. Oh no, never mind. I'll show you when I go break even. When I went break even. So yeah, I see this. Look at this V shape, right? V shape plus gap. So try to get 2R. I think it was 2. Yeah, it was 2R. But my fill was like extremely good. Or it's like that. Yeah, I get like a 2R like that. All right, so what can I trust this right here? Because we get on the 5 minute, we get a very clean V-shape inversion on both of these 2 assets. And we've got 3 minute, I think. Yeah. No, I'll send 3 minute, my bad. We get a very clean inversion. So I'm just using inversion here. It's a little bit discretionary, right? But like, look at this inversion here. It just makes sense that if we're gonna go lower, if we're truly reversing here, we should not inverse this gap. It's just like so obvious that if we're gonna go for low today, this low, right? For my analysis is wrong. And we're going to reverse off of equal highs, which can happen. This gap should hold. As soon as it doesn't, and with like 2 candles, I know that this should hold, right? So yeah, I get backed in here. This trades moves this, right? We hit this high. As soon as we hit this high, and we moved around 1R, right? It's not even 1R, but you can see here, retest them. Honestly, I could have probably used this as well, by the way. I could have used this body here. I didn't even see it. It would have been the same. So, but yeah, so could use that wherever. Doesn't really matter. Like as soon as moves are around 1R, and there is a new invalidation point, right? Which is this new order block here. I do want to see these assets expand higher. I do want to see these assets break this SMT, right? So once we form this SMT and it's on every asset, right? So here, that's when I go break even. Because this could be a reversal, right? Could be a retracement. So I could have held break even. As you can see, like I would have still been in this trade. It's just consolidating, right? So yeah, I just went break even and just protected myself from potential loss, right? Depending on where my stop loss was. Like here, the 5-minute bodies, this would have been stopped out. And yeah, I mean, as soon as I saw this, I went break even. I guess again, this could be a reversal. I'm just assuming that this is just a deep retracement though. This can happen, right? I don't want to see this being like a reversal. It shouldn't be a reversal here. Like the profile does not support it. Like look at daily candle, 4-hour candle. It's just probably like a retracement at that. That's all it is, right? So in fact, what you do afterwards, this, right? You hit this low. So you can trade this lower, sure. Right? It's just I'd rather trade this higher. Then we need a new 4-hour candle. I think it was, might have been, yeah, there is. So it was a 6, right? What the hell was that? All right. I think 6-hour. Yeah, it's my bad. It's like this. This kind of PSP. It's a 2-stage, right? On the 6-hour. For sure. So there's it's even on ES. You can see this candle here. It's PSP. Right. I can just remove drawing expired. And this is those trend switch. It's already 2-stage, but then we get this as well. So it's just probably PM session was probably the better trade to take right here. And ideally here though, I was potentially looking for 12 to do this, right? I guess 12 was opening out very close to this low, I believe. No, not really. No. At some point it was close, but yeah, we got deeper retracement route like this. So it was just PM. So we need 1400 pretty much to expand higher. So what I was potentially waiting for is this candle here still hadn't expanded, so we could potentially print a gap. If you got 90, since there's no 30-minute, 15-minute hourly, this was the last chance. So if you got a gap here, right, and this low is put, or just like this inside of this gap, right, spaced out, I would have been willing to trade this, but it never happened. Let's go see lower time for the signature here though. CT. Those are like, yeah, wherever. This is kind of a deep retracement. And someone in my journal asked me how I can trade away from like just this. Like why can I trade away from this deep retracement at 10? Right here, this candle here. It's because this puts us on SMT. It's very simple. It's just even though I go back, let's go here. Even though 10M is having a deep retracement that is capped off, and as you can see here, it's like around EQ. It's not even sure that it doesn't support expansion. This kind of here, it doesn't on EQS, but again, I am not trading EQS. I do not care. I do not care what NQS are doing. To me, they're just retracing, right? Even they have like higher draws. So as long as here you get this, see, it's like barely taps EQ, right? It's because we want to put SMT between these candle. Now I have a 2-stager. I have a 2-stage that happens inside a new week opening gap away from what? Equal highs. Or fair swings, not equal highs in this case, but it's away from equal highs on RTY. That is all I need. Like, there's also this data high, apparently. I didn't even see that. Like, all of this, bro. This is like, my goodness. Like, we soup these equal highs, but we leave even more equal highs. That's just a retracement for sure. Right? This for me is like the perfect framework for the lagging asset to range strength. Or we gaps, right? Ideally, you get gaps, but I don't require that, especially if it happens again. If it's early in the reversal, look when I enter here, wherever it sites, we're just gonna use this 5-minute. When I enter here, you see where my stop loss is? It's very early into a reversal and it's protected by SMT. All right, that was trippy. Probably a better feel. Yeah, it's probably like this. Anyways, it's protected by SMT. It's very early in the reversal. It's not this swing because there's no 2-stage and this would be a reversal. It's here, right? So it's protected by SMT. And yeah, I mean that's all I gotta say. It's just unfortunate. Oh, I didn't show this. So what I should have taken here, it's just on NQ. It's supposed to be ES, literally the same trade, right? So I've been here at open. I should have just taken here the 3-minute because I mean it's like the same. The 5-minute is the same. I've asked to CSDs. I should have taken here on NQ the 3-minute because this does give to R with this high, and there's a gap. It's like a lot. It's a lot better. But yeah, I just took it on ES. Now in this case, it would have been the same. I would have been stopped out either way. So yeah, that's it. That's really it. I don't think I could have done anything better besides from taking NQ. And I would take any of these trades again. Like they're just my model. And yeah, that's very simple. All right, so that's gonna be it.